All right, everybody, welcome back to this week's episode of the Best Brew Ever. I've been off a couple of weeks from the Game of Thrones beers. We tried two already. This is the third and final Game of Thrones beer that I have. I'll still try to find some more, and maybe try to find the Game of Thrones wine, like I talked about before. Even though I'm not a wine drinker, I'll give it a shot. This is the Seven Kingdoms. It's a hoppy wheat ale, which that sounds pretty good. I mean, I'm not a big fan of wheat beers, but I like Gumball Head, which is a hoppy wheat. So, I've already kind of prejudged the other ones, and they, exceeded my expectations. So I have some good hopes about this one. Actually, it's kind of maybe a little too cold. I guess I should have left it out for a little bit. Go ahead and you can. Oh, the lighting's not real good on that one. That's the Seven Kingdoms Hoppy Wheat Ale. Like the other ones, we have the how to pour and serve at 40 degrees. Which, I don't know, I think this is way colder than that. Of Westeros' 7 kingdoms, 6 were conquered, and 1 indomitable was brought in not by war, but by the sacred blood. It's hard to see what they have, like gold lettering. Where are we at? The sacred blood ties of marriage. This traditional Belgian style wheat ale is happily wed to citrus, herbal, American hops, yielding weedy maltiness and moderate bitterness with alluring fruit aromas and full hop flavors. Well, that sounds pretty awesome, actually. I mean, it sounds like it's not just a hopped up beer. I mean, the hops that they chose for it were also not just for bittering, were flavorful, give it like a fruity, background to the beer. So that sounds actually very good. Once again, it's the Omegang Brewing Company, and it is the official brewery for the Game of Thrones. And we have our guard on top. Let's see if I can see how well I popped the cork on this one. Let's see. That's hard to get a hold of that bad boy. Gotta be. Shh. Oh. Ah. Getting better. And here we go. Pouring into the Game of Thrones glass here. Try to get a good pour because I don't want to actually pour so much. I think I poured a little more than I wanted to at that point. Hey, and this one actually, the cork fits back down in there. That's cool. And here we have it's nice, as they say, straw colored. The cloudiness. So it's got some chill haze. I don't see any sediment, but it's very cloudy. That's, a wheat. You would think of a wheat as cloudy. It has plenty of carbonation. It's a nice looking. Oh yeah, it's got some good. Got some good hoppiness to it. It's a nice aroma. Smells good. It does smell slightly fruity. smells good. I just love beer. It is too cold. That's that's hard to get, all the flavor out of it. I'm gonna let it warm up before I watch the Game of Thrones. But I mean, it smells great. The taste is slightly. I mean, you can taste the wheat. That's the first thing I get right away. Well, first I get this very cold flavor, but you can taste that wheat, and then it's like a snap of wheat, kind of like to me, it always kind of tastes like a licorice, black licorice type, peppery black licorice flavor that I get from wheat. So you get that snap, and then right away, the hops cut in and turn into it. What if it was just a wheat beer? I would not be satisfied with it. I guess I wouldn't want to, drink a lot of these, but because of that, the hop flavor they put in it, the aromas that cut in as soon as right after you get that wheat kick, the hops cut in and totally take over. And it's not super hoppy. That's pleasant. Those hops really make this beer. Like I said, I think if it would have just been a straight wheat, that's not my style, and I wouldn't be enjoying this. But I think because of that hops, it makes for a nice beer. The wheat, is not over malty. Those wheat style beers. I mean, it's clean, cool, a little too cool and refreshing, and the hops make it a nice beer. So yeah, I still don't think it's my favorite out of the 3 that we've reviewed on the show. I still think that the first one, the double, was my favorite. I like more malty beers. That's just my style. But this is not bad at all. There's none of them have been bad that I've tried. It's a nice warm day today. I think this is the beer to drink out of those Game of Thrones beers. This is the warm summer day beer right here. Yeah, that's good stuff. And I could see maybe being out in a courtyard in Game of Thrones and sipping on some of this right here. That'd be a nice time. It's not very complex. It's not very much to think about with this beer. We're looking at 6.9% alcohol. So, yeah, you're probably not gonna kill a lot of these, but it's definitely, have you a couple, you feel all right. That's pretty much all it is to say about this one, unfortunately. But I think it's worth trying. I can't remember how much I paid for it. But if I was to, pick another one, I don't think I would buy another one, just because, like I said, I'm not a big wheat guy, and it's not a whole lot to it to make me be like, I gotta have some more of that. I will have some more because I bought it and I opened it, and I'm gonna drink it. I'm gonna share it with my wife. We got about a couple hours before Game of Thrones starts, and it's getting good. It is getting good. This is not a Game of Thrones um, review of the series, so we're not going to really get into that. But I definitely think I'm going to enjoy drinking this beer, watching the show tonight. I think that's about to do it for us. Uh, I'm trying to make more videos of brewing and brewing different types of beers and reviews and all that, as well as my other series. I know I haven't really put a lot of content of anything else, but I'm starting to. You can check out my builds. You can check out I just have the one Our Crazy Kitchen with my daughter of the cooking, and we have plans of making more, definitely. So stay tuned for those. Make sure to click the bell, the notifications, to see when I do post more. Make sure to like, subscribe, and check out plenty of my other videos. I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. I just may not be getting the content on as much as I would like to. But we're trying to do a lot of things. We're looking into buying a house. We rent this house, and there's a lot of things we want. We're planning a vacation, and there's just so much going on that it's hard to keep content steadily flowing. But I'm doing the best I can, and I have so many ideas. I have other builds in the works. Like brewing related and also just home related. This whole channel wasn't meant to only be brewing, as dropped and hopped. Actually, it started out to be brewing and lowriding, which I've been a fan of lowriding since I was like 12. And but there's not in Indianapolis, there's not a whole lot of lowriding to check out. I have a cousin who's in lowriding. He travels Chicago and Kentucky and Ohio, where there's other shows and events for lowriding, and maybe I'll get him to record some stuff so we can post it on here, so I at least have some content of what this channel was actually meant to be. I think in next month there's actually a lowriding event in at one local park, so I'm planning on going to that and covering that. I know lowriding is kind of dying out in a lot of places, but it's something that I like, and that's pretty much this whole channel was built around my interests, and hopefully they're things that interest other people. And I kind of wanted to make a variety channel to where people didn't just come here for builds or come here just for beer or come here just for cooking. When I check out other channels, it's kind of, there's so many channels though that you can find whatever you want pretty much, but I kind of want to do like a one-stop shop channel where you say, yeah, I've watched a couple beer videos. What is, how do you make this? I want to make some pizza or some pretzels or something like that, and you just click over and scroll down, click over, and you see some cooking videos. Or how do you make a pizza oven or something like that, and then click over and see some of the builds. Or see, I have a lot of ideas just with not owning this house, just renting. I don't want to do a lot of upgrades to the house where I got to pay out of pocket, and then when I move out, I don't get any return back on it. So a lot of builds that I have in mind. It's not like I'm a master craftsman of anything. Just things that I'm a YouTuber. I watch YouTube, and I love watching people build stuff, and it inspires me, and it makes me want to do those things, and it's fun. It's fun to do those. So from watching YouTube, it's kind of molding this whole channel and making it better. I hope. So there's a lot of things coming up. I have like a million things lined up. It's just getting to them, getting the cash, and still trying to be father, husband, employee, son, all those things. So I think that's it for us. I'm rambling a little bit too much. I was gonna put that back in the fridge, but I don't think it needs so much. Enjoy this, relax for the rest of the day, and you relax for the rest of your day, and I'll check you out here next time. Thanks for watching.